Good afternoon. Let us discuss current affairs. Roppur plant, ROOPPUR, Roppur plant. It is 2400 megawatt capacity nuclear power plant. First nuclear power plant in Bangladesh. Roppur power plant is 2400 megawatt capacity. First nuclear power plant in Bangladesh. This power plant Bangladesh developed with the support of Russia in Pabna district of Bangladesh. Important current affairs. Next important current affairs today is November 30th, 1917. The 1 rupee note was released in India. Exactly 100 years back, the first 1 rupee note was released in India, which with the signature of King George V. So all newspapers wrote happy birthday and centenary to 100 rupees note, which was released 100 years back exactly. Next important current affairs is you have Singapore's minister travelled in Tejas. Singapore's foreign minister is the first foreigner civilian who travelled in Tejas. Tejas is a light combat aircraft developed indigenously in India. So Singapore is willing to purchase. It might purchase in future Tejas light combat aircraft. Tejas might be the question for us for next year exam. And you have one more important current affairs. China and Russia proposed double suspension policy or double freeze policy. China and Russia proposed double suspension policy or double freeze policy. The policy is related to North Korea and USA. USA should stop its military exercises with South Korea. At the same time, North Korea should stop its test firing of various missiles. So double means US should stop its military exercises and other things with South Korea, and North Korea should stop its test firing and show off of military equipment, and this is called double suspension policy or double freeze policy given by China and Russia. It is also in news from last 2-3 days. Next important article today is India's GDP in Q2 is 6.3%. India's GDP growth is 6.3%. In the Q1, last quarter, it is 5.7%. The growth is astounding, and we can see the rebounding of India's GDP. From last 3-4 months, Indian economy is a little bit in a turmoil situation. The reason is introduction of GST. The country, the businesses and the people are not ready to adjust with the GST very fast, and slow down in GST network, other things. Apart from that, last year, as we all know, we have demonetization, 7th pay commission effects, all those things. But still, now Indian economy is cooping up. It's a feel-good factor and a positive sign towards the good of the economy. In a way, if economy is good, people will be prosperous. Next important article today is on data privacy or data protection. Data privacy or data protection is a crucial article because privacy is recognized as a fundamental right in recent Aadhaar judgment, Puttaswamy versus Union of India 2017. In India till date, there is no single privacy law. The reason is, till date, privacy is not considered as a basic right of Indians, and most of the Indians are not ready to accept, and most of the Indians, they don't know basic awareness about parting of the data, when the data can be parted, in what ways the data can be given. The reason is, people have very less literacy and data awareness. First thing, even for a small coupon, for a small booklet or for a small price, They will give all their personal data, identity data, whereabouts, addresses, all those things. For this reason, data awareness is very important. And we have only one section called section 43A. We have only one section called section 43A of IT Act, which gives legal protection to data privacy. Apart from that, there is no single law in India for data protection. For that reason, earlier in 2012 there is AP Shah committee which recommended legal protection for data privacy. Recently BN Sri Krishna committee gave certain principles for data protection. It told various things: technology agnostic, and data collector's liability, responsibility and accountability of the collector to maintain the data properly, and deterrent punishments or deterrent penalties. If a data is parted without proper caution, there will be punishment and there will be proper regulation for the authorities. And structural enforcement means there is a proper legal mechanism and structural enforcement for data protection. Apart from that, we have similar aspects like data minimization. Data minimization means you have to use the data, collect the data as minimum as possible from the people. You have to collect the data as minimum as possible from the people. So BN Sri Krishna committee gave a lot of recommendations. And also, though the technology gets advanced, the data collection should also be minimized. But unfortunately, with the technology becoming advanced, we are collecting more and more data from the people. There is nothing like private life for the people. Like American law and European data privacy regulations 2016, India should also have a proper data privacy law. Otherwise, public data, people data will be totally in the marketplace, and right to privacy of the common man will be questioned. Apart from that, in this article, there is a very important topic called big data analytics. Big data analytics. This topic might come in your GS3 paper in mains or even in the prelims paper. Big data analytics means in the large volumes of data, collecting lot of data, collating the data, bringing some statistics, comprehensions and some value preferences from the data. That means analyzing a pattern from the data and making the data useful to draw some conclusions and common patterns is called big data analytics. This topic you have to prepare at length for your mains. Next important article is on Myanmar Rohingya crisis. The article is written by Suhasini Haidar. In this article, the author started with the Pope. The Pope this week is visiting Bangladesh and Myanmar. China, our neighboring country, is mediating between Bangladesh and Myanmar in Rohingya issue. As we all know, more than 1 million Rohingyas, that is 10 lakh Rohingyas, are being persecuted in Myanmar and Bangladesh and other parts. There is an urgent need to address the problem of Rohingyas. And India, a largest democracy, have a very small voice in this issue. India basically a humanitarian country. In case of tsunami, earthquake, tsunami in the 2004, 2005 earthquake, 2015 earthquake in Nepal, in all the circumstances, India extended humanitarian help for many countries. But this time, India have not shown a strong, steadfast support to Rohingya issue. In fact, Indian cabinet decided to deport 40,000 Rohingyas residing in India. To deport 40,000 Rohingyas residing in India. Though India is not a signatory for UN Convention on Refugees, on humanitarian ground, India should protect and take a call. Because Bangladesh and Myanmar, both the countries are the bordering countries of India. Bangladesh and Myanmar, both the countries are the bordering countries of India. In order to become a great power, at least India should not maintain this deafening silence with respect to this issue. And recent Modi's visit to Myanmar, India's operation Insariyat, operation on humanity, all these things are only eyewash and there are no strong concern over Rohingya issue. It is showing that. Next important article in Hindu Today is, it is not some animals are more than the other animals. There is an article written on animals and environment which is very crucial today. This article speaks about various issues. Number one, when the wild animals like tigers, lions die in many national parks, other places, they will attract front page. But lot of endangered species, critical endangered species are dying in India, are being killed in India. For example, great Indian bustard, state bird of Rajasthan, is being hunted and killed, and it won't attract much public attention. In the same way, Sangai, the antlered deer from Manipur, the state animal of Manipur, is also under extinction. It is also located in the Loktak Lake area. In the same way, various deers, pangolin, all these birds and animals, they are under extinction, they are being killed. So the thing is, there should be empathy over all living creatures. It is not that one life is big and other life is small. All living creatures should be treated equally. This article particularly, in this article there are few important things like you have great Indian bustard, antlered deer, Sangai, pangolin, and the names of other birds and animals. So you have to by heart this article for prelims and mains both. Some animals are more equal than others is the heading of the article. Kindly read the article fully and paste the article to your book. This is the most crucial article today. Some animals are more equal than others. Read the article and paste the article. You may expect a prelims question from this article about a bird. Generally, UPSC gives about a bird or animal which is endangered, vulnerable, or critically endangered. As you all know, recently snow leopard is also in news because it entered into vulnerable from endangered. Snow leopard might also come in the exam. See all these things and collect the data. Anyhow, I'll prepare a separate video on endangered species. Next important article is about Ireland. In Ireland, the Deputy Prime Minister Fitzgerald resigned. There is a political crisis is going on in Ireland. You need not bother much about it. And next article, so before going to the next article, in yesterday's Ireland article, there is a mention about 1998 Good Friday Agreement. There is a mention about 1998 Good Friday Agreement, wherein which the Catholics and Protestants in Ireland came to a compromise under the auspices of Britain and the Republic of Ireland and other places. That is called famous Good Friday Agreement. You may get a prelims question or somewhere. Good Friday Agreement is related to Ireland in 1998. 1998 Good Friday Agreement is related to Ireland. The next article is about film Padmavati. This is a debate. Screening of Padmavati. Do you allow it? Screening of Padmavati. Do you allow it? Yes, no, and complicated. The people who say yes say Padmavati is just a fiction and film is just an entertainment, and it gives a very good opinion about the movie. And the second no says India customs and traditions are molded by cinema. If you project distorted version of any custom or tradition, the public opinion on the custom or tradition might be diverted. So when you project a distorted version in the movie should not be screened. The third argument is complicated. In India, movies are made mostly for profit, entertainment, and with commercial motive. What we need is movie should be made as a serious profession. social cause and a serious profession. When you take a movie seriously, then automatically the movies will also serve a social purpose. These are the important current affairs today. Thank you very much.